Okay, well, peace, 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 my peaceful peoples. What's good with your peoples? It's your brother man, saanuaqa. Come through with the cycle readings. Yes, y'all. Alright, how y'all been? I know y'all been great. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all been checking out the tarot lessons. You know what I mean? We gotta get this word of God going. We gotta make sure that people understand the languages of God. Right? God has different languages. It's on us to learn how God speaks in order to be able to speak with him. So, you know, here I am to help that process along. Alright? I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. Got a bunch of new subscribers over the last few months. Man, y'all been checking me out. Man, y'all been, you know, liking the views. I mean, liking the videos, upping the views, something like that. Yeah, man. Definitely appreciate it. You know, every time y'all hit that like button, it adjusts the algorithm of YouTube and it allows my videos to get out to more people. So if y'all can keep that up, definitely grateful, thankful, and whatnot. Yeah. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. We are doing our monthly cycle readings, right? First one up. Aries. Alright, my Aries folk. Let us see what the Metu Neter speaks to you. Forgive my little ricket of the table. Happens, y'all, happens. Yeah, you know, I had to come in, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all gotta forgive me, I'm a little bit late getting this thing popping, you know what I mean? You know, schedules change, you know what I'm saying? You know, definitely, if I was making as much money from YouTube as I need to be, then there would be no delays. But, you know, brother got to do his thing, so, you know, definitely there was a delay, and I apologize about that. Should have had these readings up days ago. But, nevertheless, we're going to truck, push, and pull like we're doing. So, here we go. This is for Aries. What is your spiritual focus for the cycle? What is it that you need to be focused on? What do your spirit guides have to talk to us about? Okay. Amen. Tem. Amen. Tem ma'at. Okay. Amen. Tem ma'at as we begin. Tehuti, Tem ma'at. Okay. Starting it off not too bright and happy this time. We got Omen, Tem, which is negative, ma'at. And we got Heru, Tem, ma'at. Yo, what's going on is? Yeah, so Omen, Tem, ma'at, Heru, Tem, ma'at. Please love my chicken scratch. That's all I got. Alright. So, Amen Tem. Okay, anytime you see Amen, we are dealing with the state of your peace, right? Are you content? Are you living in your conditions? Are you working or dealing through your conditions, right? Are you the type of person that gets angry easily, or, are you the type that, catches an attitude when triggered by XYZ, whatever the case? But if you have pet peeves, you have these things that perturb you, these things that cause you to function incorrectly when you see them or when they come and step to you. These are your conditionings. These are the conditioned responses that you have developed through having this experience over the years. So this Amen Tem is saying that you're dealing with your conditionings, right? You're in your conditionings. In other words, Amen 2 would be at peace, right? Amen 2 would be going past your conditionings. Here we are at Amen Tem. So there's a conditioning dealing. And then we get Heru Tem. Heru Tem is, just think of right? Heru is the king, right? So think of a bad king. Think of somebody in a leadership role who is Tem, right? Who is negative. who is arrogant, boastful, dictatorial, you know, overly aggressive, you know, things like this, right? So this is looking at your conditionings where it concerns your Heru faculty. Heru is the will, right? Your Heru faculty is the faculty of the will. So when Heru is Tim, that means that you're functioning from ill will, right? You're functioning through, you know, you could say an unenlightened will, a will that is not possessed of peace, a will that is not looking towards Osir, right? But a will that is looking downwards toward Geb, right? If you look at that tree of life, right? So yeah, Amen Tim, Heru Tim. Yeah, this is someone who is acting out of a negative will, right? Someone who is, you know, I mean, this is, you start arguments, you could be, you know, this narcissism is on the table big time with Heru Tim, right? Amen Tim. Amen Tim with Heru Tim, right? Yeah, so this is what we're looking at, right? Someone is dealing in their negativities regarding the will, right? Regarding the way they use their will, okay? So let us go into the I Ching and see what else we can come up with. So the I Ching is speaking on aspects other than what the Amen Tim and the Heru is in the Metu Neter, because we get the 30th hexagram, which is clarity, right? Into the 14, which is possession in great measure. So, you know, this is, now the two oracles, you know, many times they speak together, right? They speak, you know, things that they're in sync with each other, right? In this particular reading, then, you know, we're looking at, like I said, two different aspects. You know, perhaps someone, you know, with the 30 on deck, you have someone who is very clear-minded, speaks, you know, clear truth, right? And, you know, the line, this is the major line, line 2 is the major line in the 30th hexagram, and this is what's stressed. So this is just someone who is clear, someone who is intelligent, someone who is very bright. This is what's going on in the 30th hexagram, right? It speaks to someone's brightness, someone's intelligence, right? The light that they shed through their intelligence, right? And this is into the 14th hexagram, right? So, you know, perhaps this is someone who, you know, who's coming to some level of a gift. Seems like there's a gift on the table. Possession in great measure. You know, perhaps someone has a gift themselves, right? Perhaps this is speaking of someone's gift, right? Someone's personal gift, maybe for speaking or for some talent that they have, right? And this, if you are properly using your will and properly, you know, functioning, then this is going to be a possession in great measure for whoever you're dealing with, right? If you bring clarity, if you bring truth, if you bring, you know, a bright, you know, understanding, then this is going to be a benefit to somebody. So that is possession in great measure, right? Now, with the Amen Tim, what I see is perhaps someone could be in that state, right? Could have that going on, but it manifests, or not it manifests, but it manifests within them a negativity in terms of their ego, right? Perhaps they have a gift, but they are struggling with ego, right? And so, you know, that kind of cloudies the gift a little bit, right? Well, it's going to many people's eyes because, you know, many people can't hear. Okay, let's get into the tarot. Alright, so Heru is on the table, so we're speaking about leadership. You know, perhaps this is a leadership that goes Tim because it's all in his ego over his gift, over its, you know, talent or position or something like this. Something that's got this Heru Tim. Something that's got this individual or these individuals on their negative condition. Right? So that's what you're looking out for this cycle. Look out for those things that are going to get you in your negativities, right? Your negative, you know, Heru. Whether you're being arrogant, whether you're being dictatorial, possessive, all kinds of things going on with that Heru 10. So let's see what the tarot I see. To my Aries folk, these 2 cards drop out. We have the Strength in reverse. Strength card in reverse. And the Lovers. Upright. Okay. Strength. In reverse. And Lovers. Upright. Okay, so with the Strength in reverse, it looks just like the Heru 10, right? Strength in reverse is a weak will, right? Or someone who's acting out of a will that is, it's not in the middle, it's to the left or to the right, right? This will, the strength, the strength is it's basically, this is a Heru correspondence, right? It being like this looks like Heru 10, so these are speaking to each other. Right, so we have the Heru 10 card, or the Strength upside down card, and the Lovers card. So the Lovers could be speaking about a couple things. On one end, Lovers is a choice, right? You see this guy, he's got a choice of women. Something we all, we all would like, on some level. But yeah, my man got a choice of things, right? So many times this is what this card is speaking about. It's about making a decision, choosing between a couple of different things, right? Other times this card has to do with a soulmate, right? It has to do with someone who is a love connection to you from lifetimes ago, or some kind of destined partner in this lifetime, okay? So now the Strength card is on the reverse. So perhaps this is someone who makes someone else weak, right? Maybe you have a weakness for someone or something, right? In the love zone, a conditioning, right? Conditionings, which is momentum again, okay? So, yeah. This is, someone is weak-willed here where it concerns love. Right? And also, yeah, that 14 can be a relationship situation if you look at your mate as possession in great measure, right? If you value what you have in a mate, you have possession in great measure. So, right, so we have a situation again where, someone is, there is a weak will concerning a love situation, right? Someone is, maybe, involved with someone that they shouldn't be. Maybe there's something that strains the connection. How does this person treat you? Are you involved with a lover who abuses you? Could be that, right? Heru 10 is, an abusive, narcissistic individual, right? Is there something going on in that regard? Okay, so you gotta pin that down. You gotta come up with an understanding of, what is the thing that is 10 here? Look at your life, look at your circumstances, look, what's happening at your job, look what's happening at your home, right? Try and pick out where this Heru 10 could be within you. Heru 10 is also, slacking in responsibilities, not taking care of business, things like this, right? So look at it, look at your life, You're going through a spell where you're not getting it done, where you're not putting your foot down, where you're not standing in your power, things like that, right? This is all about standing in your power, right? You have that Strength card, and again, where it concerns lovers, this could perhaps be a relationship situation, What's occurring to me is that probably someone needs to put their foot down where it regards a relationship, right? Or also not let, maybe someone take advantage of them where it regards relationship. All right? Okay, again, that 30th hexagram is a great hexagram, one of the best hexagrams and lines in the whole I Ching. So, this is not, just because you see the 10, this is not necessarily a negative reading, especially with, like I said, with the 30 and the 14 on deck, right? There is possession in great measure here, right? You just need to be in control of your will. So again, how we do this is that whatever we get, right, the Metu Neter is going to focus you on the aspect of being that you need to work with, okay? So here we're talking about Heru, right? And Amen, right? Your ability to be at peace. That's what Amen is. Amen is your ability to be content. Are you content, or are you the type that is always finding fault? Always, yes. Amen, again, is, Amen is content, right? It's not taking gain or loss to heart. It's not feeling some kind of way because things are good. It's just taking it in. It's not feeling some way because things got bad. You had to dust up, you had to this or that, or someone caught an attitude. It's no, I'm just staying in the middle, right? I'm right in the middle, right in the center of the movement, right? So, I'm going to be the balance in the circumstance. When this goes 10, you're discontent. You're not, you're not clear, right? And what happens is this goes into your other aspects as well, right? And here we got Heru on the table. That is negative, right? So we want to work with Amen and Heru, right? You work with Amen, Heru to change these 10s around to 2. And, that's how you deal with the situations. That's how you deal with these Metu Neter readings. Again, Metu Neter is going to focus you on the spirit. What aspects of the spirit? These cards here, these are not, y'all heard me say it before. These are not regular oracle cards. These are not regular cards, folks. This here is a spiritual counselor. That's what this is, if you use it correctly. These cards, these cards deal with the tree of life, right? The tree of life is a cosmogram of the spirit, right? 1, and of the spirit of Neter, 2, right? So this is talking about nature spirit as well as the spirit of man. It's a synonymous thing. This is why we know that man is divine, because we can see ourselves and God in that tree. Okay? Alright, but that's another subject. This Metu Neter is going to be a spiritual counselor if you focus it right. Because why? It's going to show you which aspects of your spirit you need work on this cycle or this day, right? There's many people who do readings every day. Do a reading in the morning and go live their day, right? Why? Because you want to be in contact with what God says on the subject, right? Whatever subject we're talking about, right? God's got something to say about it. So if you're a humble, individual, right? At least humble before God, you would check in to see what God got to say on whatever the issue is, right? And that's how I deal with this. See, I don't just, I don't look at this like I'm just doing readings. We're not just doing readings, right? Reading is what we call what we do. What we're doing is we're speaking to God. Hands down, I don't care, you can get in the comments, you can cuss me out, you can do all that stuff. It's still the same. We speaking to God over here. That's what we're doing with these old, rusty, beat up cards, all right? Right? These cards display a particular language that God speaks, right? So, what do? You learn the language so you can speak to God directly. Prove God in that way, right? I don't want to get off on a tangent. You know how I do. But, So I say all that to say that what you're going to do is you're going to take this Amen mantra that you get from the Tauri link that you see down there and the Heru mantra, right? And you're going to work with these, right? And of course, this is a general reading, so this is going to, apply to you in a general way. But for some folks, this is going to be directly at you, right? Your spirit's guides are with me talking to you, right? For those of you that's regular and y'all listen, this is going to resonate heavily with you, okay? So yeah, other than that, get with me in the email and get you a reading so we can hone it in personally for you, tied up like a bow and whatnot, okay? Alright, so that is going to be the reading for you, my good Aries folks. We're going to say peace and love, and we're going to see y'all next cycle.